The Confederate States Army, also called the Confederate Army or simply the Southern Army, was the military land force of the Confederate States of America during the American Civil War. Its job was to fight against the United States forces in order to uphold the institution of slavery within the Southern states. This, however, does not mean that every individual within the Army fought to preserve slavery. It was active from the early months of 1861 until around May 26, 1865. Today we'll be discussing and looking at the structure of the Confederate Army. Now, the highest army position within the CSA was the General-in-Chief of the Armies of the Confederate States. On February 6th, General Robert E. Lee was appointed to the position and served in the role as Commander-in-Chief of the Army until the end of the American Civil War. Lee, however, still retained his command of the Army of Northern Virginia, serving in both assignments de facto until April 9, 1865, when he surrendered to Federal forces at Appomattox in Virginia. The highest officer rank within the Confederate Army was of course the rank of General. The role of General would be to command an army of between 60,000 and 90,000 individuals per army, or they would be advisors to Jefferson Davis or lead military departments. Only 7 people were promoted to this rank, the highest of them being Samuel Cooper, Adjutant General and Inspector General of the Confederate States Army. The famous people to hold this rank were Robert E. Lee, Joseph E. Johnston, Pierre G.T. Beauregard and Braxton Bragg. The rank insignia consists of 3 gold stars and a wreath on the neckboard and several sets of 3 gold buttons down the front of the coat. The next rank was Lieutenant General. The role, as well as being administrative, was to command between 3 and 4 army corps with between 20,000 to 30,000 individuals per corps. This rank was only ever held by 18 people and remained unused prior to the Civil War, only being granted to Winfield Scott when he was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant General during the Mexican-American War. Much like the Major General, you could only be promoted to this rank if you were first confirmed by Jefferson Davis and Confederate Congress. Some famous people to hold this rank include Thomas Stonewall Jackson and John C. Pemberton. The rank insignia is the exact same as the General. The next rank is the rank of Major General. The role of this rank included, but were not limited to, commanding approximately 3 to 4 army divisions of between 9,000 and 12,000 individuals per division. They would also command military districts that made up departments. Interestingly enough, you could only receive this rank if you were nominated by Congress or Jefferson Davis, hence why only 88 men made it to this rank. Some famous people to hold this rank included David E. Twiggs, Sterling Price, and Lafayette McLaws. The rank insignia, much like the Lieutenant General and the General, is the exact same as those two. Lastly is the rank of Brigadier General. This rank was responsible for commanding between 3 and 4 brigades with 1,500 and 3,000 individuals per brigade. They were also responsible for administrative duties as well as commanding the layout of regiments under their command. The Confederate Congress initially made the rank of Brigadier General the highest rank, and by the end of the war the Confederacy had at least 383 men in PACS and 3 men in AC3S who were ranked this high. Another of their roles was to command sub-districts within the military departments. Some famous people to hold this rank include P.G.T. Beauregard and Benjamin Huger. The rank insignia consisted of 3 gold stars and the wreath on the neckboard, and several sets of 2 gold buttons on the front of the coat. The highest senior officer rank was of course the rank of Colonel. This rank was often in command of a Confederate regiment where they would be expected to perform ceremonial, administrative duties and to lead the regiment into battle personally, or they would most often be killed in the line of duty. Their rank insignia consisted of 3 gold stars on their neckboard. Now, a side fact, Robert E. Lee wore the insignia of a colonel because he held that position within the Union Army formally. Thus, he also rejected the promotion of the position of general until the war was over. Next is the rank of Lieutenant Colonel, whose responsibilities range from assisting the colonel of the regiment as an aide in combat and in administrative duties, or they would serve as a battalion commander. They would also take command of the regiment if the current serving colonel was either killed or mortally wounded. The rank insignia consists of 2 golden stars on their neckboard. Next is the rank of Major, whose command would change depending on the situation, where they could serve as third in command of a regiment or second in command of a battalion, or they would act as an aide if their senior officers was killed or wounded in duty, much like the previous rank. Infantry majors, however, would be shelter, supplies, etc. for a company. The rank insignia consists of 3 chevrons with 3 bars across the top. The first sergeant, whose role will be to act as an aide to the sergeant major of a company, as well as various other roles. The rank insignia consists of 3 chevrons with a diamond shape in the centre. Then there was the ordnance sergeant, whose role will be to manage the weapons and ammunition of a company. The rank insignia consists of 3 chevrons with a star in the centre. And lastly, the sergeant's rank role would be to act as a guide for troop movements and keep the men in position, leading them by example and command. The rank insignia consists of 3 chevrons. Next is the rank of corporal. There will approximately be 5 corporals per company who serve in the regimental colour guard or in companies of the regiment. They'd also help to keep uniform line and movement of a company, as well as guiding privates during battle. The rank insignia consists of 2 chevrons. The role of musician was not technically superior to a private, but there were often fewer of them per company, only around 2 to 4 drummers and fifers to a company. Privates, however, were of course the lowest rank of the army. They were also made up of entire bases of the Confederate States Army. They had absolutely no rank insignia. While I hope you enjoyed today's video, I thought I would go back through this script, edit it, make it better than previously. Hopefully I didn't trigger anyone this time, but I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, just want to know your honest opinion, and I hope to see you in the next video.